What's up, my essential units? It's Essential Man here, so back again with another episode review of Hawkeye, Series 1, Episode 2. The title of this episode is called Hide and Seek. Good follow-up to Never Meet Your Heroes episode, continuing the story of Kate Bishop becoming the next Hawkeye. Let's be honest, I don't think Clint Barton is gonna get killed off. They're not gonna do a Logan on us. I like the ending of Logan from the Wolverine movie from 2017. When Logan Wolverine got killed off. I don't think they're gonna do it to Clint Barton. Because Bond wants to go home to celebrate Christmas with his family. I don't think they're gonna kill him off. That's completely stupid. I think he's gonna really drive towards the sunsets, and retire, spend time with his family and just move on, becoming a superhero. I'm guessing like Kate Bishop is gonna take up the mantle, becoming the next Hawkeye. So I think that's my theory. Or maybe he could sign on, who knows? But I think this show, they might get a second series, but I think it's setting up a future Avengers movie down the road. That'll probably be like 2024 or 2025. It'll probably be in Phase 5. I don't think it'll be the next Avengers movie. I don't think it'll be in this phase. I think it'll be at Phase 5, because Phase 4 is basically like, moving on to the, away from the Infinity stuff, focus on different stories, because the first three phases of the MCU is all about, the formation of the Avengers, the Infinity Saga, the Infinity Stones, and Thanos. Phase 4 is the post-Infinity era. It's moving away. These characters we know focus on different stories. I think that's going to happen. So, anyway, so let's talk about this episode. It's all about a little bit of the suit, and also with the was it the tracksuit mafia? I think that's called. They know Kate Bishop is Ronin. It really puzzled me how they know she is like Ronin. After she beat up the gang in the restaurant in the previous episode. Yeah, the gang basically set fire to the apartment. Kate kind of shot like the fire extinguisher to put out the fire, and I simply don't get it. I don't understand that. This show is purposely making the fans guessing. It could unveil in the future episode, but it's really confusing in this episode. How do they know she is Ronan, Kate Bishop? So anyway, so it's all about the chemistry of Jeremy Renner and Kaylee Steinfeld. She kind of marked down in this episode. Have a little bit of a fangirl moment. Clint says we're gonna get some supplies, and Kate says Avenger supplies. They end up in a convenience store because again, for their wounds, they got beaten up by the tracksuit mafia. And I think Kate says, this is a little bit let down. And Clint says, sorry, I disappoint you, because Clint is, I think, 100% he is retired because S.H.I.E.L.D. is done. I don't know. What happened to S.H.I.E.L.D.? I could say S.H.I.E.L.D. could be reformed because, it was shut down after the events of a the Winter Soldier in 2014, because S.H.I.E.L.D. is working with Hydra. But I think with, I can see Samuel L. Jackson, he's sticking around. I can see Nick Fury forming S.H.I.E.L.D., that's in the future. But I think he's officially retired as Hawkeye, and I think he mentioned about a safe house. I think Kate says, are we going to the Avengers Tower? And basically Clint says, Tony sold the tower because this was I think it's after the events of Avengers Age of Ultron, the 2015 movie. So anyway, so It's all about the suit got really not really stolen, but some guy called Grills, who's kind of like a fireman, because minutes later Clint dressed disguised as a fireman, trying to find the suit, but instead it wasn't there, and he found out one of the firemen is was it a New York Lapras? It's basically a reenactment. And the guy's called Grills. He was a black man called Grills. He done this cheesy Instagram video post, and I like the reenactment scene in this episode. It was funny, with the slow motion. You had Clint, who's totally disinterested of doing it. He's just more focused getting the suit. I think he said to Kate that when you put on the suit, you made a lot of enemies. He was basically really disinterested of this reenactment. I think it's a Viking reenactment. I thought it was like a medieval reenactment, but unfortunately that's not the case. So you end up finding the people in this reenactment, and then I think in slow motion he said, "Goodness," I kind of laughed my ass off, man. So. And he fought this guy. This guy says, "Come on, please. You're a superhero in real life. This is close to becoming a superhero." And he managed to, self-proclaim, wants him to kill him in reenactment, And he doesn't understand. He says, "What are you doing? Trying to make it believe. Pretend you really want to fight me." He's just like disconnected. He said he's just really not interested. He's just like, and I think there was one guy wearing a Viking helmet says, some woman offered, Clint a potion, and he says, no thanks, I'm good. And this guy says he's not taking the potion, and he's also making the sounds of the swords clinging. It's just like, it's just what it is. So, anyway, so like I said, Clint says, "What are you doing to Grill?" He said to Grills, "What are you doing?" "I'm trying to make it believable. Pretend you're in an actual fight." Says, "Fine, just kill me." And he managed to kill Clint. He didn't really kill him, but he basically pretend killed him. I thought this is a swerve, like, because that Grills wants the suit for himself, but instead, he just giving it to Clint. So it's just what it is. So anyway, I think that before the whole reenactment scene, basically Kate talk about Clint about branding, basically like Clint doesn't have a brand, and Clint says, to be honest, like, "I'm not really selling anything, There's one fan walking around and says, "Look, mommy, that's a superhero." I think it was the kids was going towards Clint, but instead it was like people dressed up like the Avengers, and Kate pointed out this woman, she thought that was Hawkeye, but instead Clint says that's Katniss Everdeen. Was it Everdeen or Averdeen? It's the character from the Hunger Games book, and also the franchise. I think it was the Chariots of Fire. That's the second movie, and I've seen part 2 of was it Mockingjay? The last one was shit. I think I saw it in 2015. I saw it. That was in November. I think it was in November of that year, because in December I saw Star Wars of that year. But Star Wars: The Force Awakens is way better than Mockingjay Part 2. The ending was a bit. I really enjoy most of the movie, but the ending was again really ridiculous and crap. But anyway, so yeah, that's the reason why Clint doesn't have a branding. I think Kate says about ever since the Avengers approach, no one likes the whole the civic cool thing anymore. They want sincerity. She said, he's just saying, "I'm not selling anything." Yes, you are. Okay, I'm not producing costumes or toys. Hawkeye's not really the one thing he stands out with is arrows. Because Tony Stark, Iron Man, he's marketable for his suit. Captain America is suitable for the costume and the shield. Thor with the hammer. Hulk being green, Spider-Man with the suit, Black Widow with her ginger hair. So it's just what it is. So you have this funny moment. I like the chemistry of Clint and Kate. I think Kate says, "You're a gentleman outside right now." I can't remember the dialogue that well, but he said like, just can." It's just I'm hearing you because I sorry, I can't remember the dialogue that well. Sometimes when I'm doing this, it's the dialogue. It's like Jesus Christ. The dialogue wasn't really like crap. It was crappy. It's just like says I I needed to, but I won't. Blah blah blah. Sorry about that. Can't remember the dialogue that well. But he pointed out his his hearing aid. I'm gonna say it again. So you're a gentleman outside. Just I'm here. Yeah, the dialogue was crap. I'm gonna be honest. It just made no sense. He says, I needed to. It's just what I'm gonna move on, man. I'm stumbling because the dialogue was fucking stupid. It's not really Jerry Renner and Clint saying it. It's just the writer. It's just stupid. It's like, why could you say like, I won't. I couldn't, but I needed to. Why they just made him say that? That's just me. It's just I don't get it. But anyway, moving on. So yeah, like I said seconds ago. Clint like point to his ear. It was like the hearing aid. I think he said. Kate says how you did that. Not a completely direct answer. It's just clips from Hawkeye and previous Marvel movies, the previous Avengers movies from I think Avengers 1, Age of Ultron and Endgames. He didn't put in Infinity War. It's just not a straight answer. I'm guessing he's deaf. Maybe it's a backstory thing. There was one scene like he got shot in the leg. He's still walking. He's not like his leg completely cleaned off. He went through a window, and when the scene when past Thanos from Endgames destroy the new Avengers compound. Oh yeah, and by the way, in the reenactment fight scene, there's one funny line for Clint says towards the Grills, the black man who took the Ronin suit. Yeah, Clint says, I fought Thanos. I said to myself, really? Did he really fought Thanos? I don't think so. I don't think he really fought Thanos, man. I don't know, man. It's just like, I don't know. And I think like Clint says to Kate that it might be the last time we're gonna see each other. But that's BS. But I think Kate says the only thing you taught me is lose a tail, and Clint, that's Kate says. But Clint says you're right. I taught you how to bandage a wound. Because of the cuts they had, and I think Leah, that's Clint's daughter. I can't remember the little son's name. The older son is what's his name? God, I'm gonna skip it, man. I can't remember. Remember Leah's the girl, the middle child. I can't remember. Cooper's the older child. I don't know who's the younger child is. I don't know, man. It's really write down in the comment section below who is Clint's youngest son is. But it's really gonna bug me, man. But anyway, so Leah find like a cut. What's going on. Are you gonna? I thought you were gonna come home to dinner. Not dinner, Christmas. Sorry, but Clint says I will. That's the whole point of the Hawkeye is. Clint needs to fight the baddies and go home. Spend time with his family at Christmas. That's the main. That's the second part of the whole. Like the story plot of the show, and also Kate Bishop likely becoming the new Hawkeye. So. Anyway, so you can tell like her face that she's worried about her dad because he's doing, still doing this, putting his life on the line, not becoming the normal dad, it's just what it is. So anyway, so and also this whole thing with Jack and Kate, you could tell that I'm gonna address it right now. I think Jack kills Ahmed Duquesne. You know, I'll get to many reasons shortly. So he kind of confronted him in the dinner scene and the office scene. When Jack says, "I got a book of becoming a stepdad," and Kate says, "Money well spent, Jack." And also in the dinner scene, they talk about fencing. Do you fence? And then Kate said to Jack, "Do you fence?" And Jack says, "A double." And are you a was it Opay Saberman? What's the second one she mentioned? It's fencing. I'm trying to say. I think it's a saber, Opay, a bolt. I think it's bolt saber, bolt saber, Opay. It's the different swords of fencing, and they did fence. Yeah. Jack says, "You know your stuff, little lady," and Kate says, I'm a two-time state champion." That's part of it. Her backstory of becoming Hawkeye, the new Hawkeye, because she learns karate, archery, and fencing. They did the fence scene in the hallway of the house, and Jack let her win. You could tell she was a bit pissed off, and then I think it was 3 or 4 times, and then she's trying to go at Jack again. Jack basically disarmed Kate with one swing of the sword. Disarmed the sword. I'm guessing Jack knows about basically Jack knows about basically he basically is still a master of fencing. He doesn't want to proper show off. Trying to like tone down his style towards Kate. I don't know. So you can tell like Kate really doesn't trust Jack because I guarantee he killed Ahmed Duquesne. Kate was it Kate's mom, Eleanor, said you're not a superhero, you're gonna get killed because I'm not. I think Kate says I'm not a kid, and like Eleanor says I'm trying to protect you because because she lost a husband. They don't want to end up losing their daughter because I think Kate said in this episode she is 22 years old. I'm guessing like. So I watched another person's video, review of episode 2, the review I'm reviewing right now of this episode, saying about Kate was 12 in 2012, and she is 22 in I'm guessing it's 2024. I don't know. I think this show set a decade since the Battle of New York. I don't know. The timeline's a bit messy because of the events of Homecoming and the events of the blip. It really, I don't know, man. It's just like, I don't know if like Kate got blipped. She might be a survivor. I don't know. Like maybe I don't know. It's just kind of like, really, I don't know, man. So it's really funny. Like Jack offers Kate the butterscotch candy, and you realize it's the same a stack of butterscotch candy or sweets. We call it sweets. It's the same night when Kate discovered the body of Ahmed Duquesne. I guarantee he murdered Ahmed Duquesne, man. Jack. I want to see Jack getting his comeuppance. You can tell like Kate trying to explain it to Eleanor, her mom. She's not really don't listen and don't believe like Jack will have done this. I think they bring up the black market, the ninja suits, and something about like the mafia cartel. I don't know, I can't remember, but anyway, so and I'm trying to keep it short and simple, folks. I think I covered most of it. And the fact like in the news scene, this is like in the early stage of this episode that they thought Kate killed Duquesne. And I think like Kate says, I'm a vigilante, and Clint has this slight insult towards Kate. You made the news twice. Impressive. You know, you can tell like Kate is so independent. You know, Clint says you need to stay put until I find the suit. I need to go to work. Blah blah blah. My mom's gonna find me. She owns a security business, and Clint says, "You're not gonna listen to me, are you?" And Kate says, "Honestly, no, because she doesn't really need to be a damsel in distress because she can take her on her own. She can take her herself. You know, she knows karate. She's not like a damsel in distress. I could see Clint taking Kate under his wing, showing her moves. You know, she like in the I said in the review of the first episode, she was a little bit green, like finding the raw. You know, I use wrestling terms. You know, describing like baddies and good guys as babyface and heels, but in the fight scene she was a little bit green. And like the tracksuit mafia, I don't get why the tracksuit mafia keeps saying bro. I don't get it. I simply don't get it. And also the dog. I think it's Lucky the pizza dog, and he likes pizzas. Liking Clint. Anyway, so. Anyway, so. Anyway, so I don't know why the tracksuit mafia kidnap. Not kidnap, but keep saying bro. Yeah, kidnap Clint in the process, and also Kate trying to save her. She wears the purple outfit instead of the Ronan outfit instead. Tends to break down the wall, but she falls down. She's still okay, but she also got captured herself. This was in the final few seconds of the episode, or final 1 or 2 minutes of this episode. Ivan was, I'm guessing, the leader of the gang, and not the leader, but second in command. Keeps saying, "Where's Kate Bishop?" And then Clint says, "I don't know," because it's like he knows who Kate Bishop is. He didn't explain it to us, the tracksuit mafia. I said to myself, and still, I don't get why. How do they find out Kate Bishop is Ronan? I simply don't get it. Clint says to Kate in the beginning parts of the episode, "Did people see your face?" And Kate says no. I don't get it. It's a bit of a logic gap of this episode. So I think Clint said to the tracksuit mafia guys, the mob says, "Where's your leader?" And then the leader is, I'm guessing it's Maya Lopez. I didn't say her name in the last episode review. I say something Lopez, but I think I say Leia Lopez, but it's Maya Lopez. Known as Echo. I looked it up before reviewing this episode. I'm guessing like she's the main boss of this episode. That's another story for another time. So it's just like a slowly build of the conspiracy who killed. I think Jack could get killed. I think there could be a twist of turn. I don't see Eleanor getting killed off. That'd be completely stupid. But I think I covered most of it. Did I cover most of it? Yeah, I think I did cover most of it in this episode. So yeah, I'm gonna end it. So yeah, I don't understand why they did that. Doing the first 2 episodes of Hawkeye last Wednesday. Yeah, they're trying to wrap it up before Christmas. I get it. I think the original date of the end of the show is like it's gonna start on. Yeah, the show starts on the 24th of November and ends on the 29th of December. It's in the last month, but I think they're trying to end it until the end of, they're going to end it until Christmas, so it ends on the 22nd, 3 days before Christmas. It's just what it is. And then after that we got, what's after Hawkeye? Moon Knight, I think that's the next show. Don't know when the date's coming out. It's likely, don't think it's going to be in January. I think it's going to be February or March of 2022. So it's a bit of a 2 months break. Thank God. I don't want to get into it. I might do a future video just talking about the Marvel Disney Plus shows of 2022. That's a future video topic for another time. So anyway, I think I covered most of it. So anyway, so we got about 5. I just reviewed 2 episodes so far, so we got 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we've got 4 more episodes. It's gonna be very quick. It's just boom, boom, bam. So Anyway, so hope you enjoy my review of episode 2 of Hawkeye. Yeah, episode 2 review of Hawkeye, I'm trying to say. So leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button, click the bell, subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube for more wrestling videos and more. The next episode review of Hawkeye, it'll be, sometimes it might be on the Saturday, and sometimes it might be on a not Saturday, Friday or Saturdays, one or the other. The final episode, I'm going to review it on the 23rd. You know, it'll be on the Thursday, you know, because it might be, no, I don't think it'll be, not on the 24th, so it's likely to be on the 23rd of December. I'm reviewing the final episode of Hawkeye for Series 1. Hope they do a Series 1, but I guarantee it's going to set up a future Avengers movie down the road. So, anyway, so like, share, subscribe. We see you next time. This is Central Man Official sign out. Check you later, folks.